thing is this, you're not sure, ask. So, I'll ask. I'll take an ass whipping for it, but at least I know for sure.
There's no croutons in there. Fuck me.
Strictly green salad.
I know, I'm fucking told him green salad. Fucking hell. Always one. Here we go. This is the start. This is the beginning of the end. Hey, is this the wind-up now?
No, chef. No, chef.
Plain fucking salad. You go to school?
Yes, chef.
You don't know anything? Plain salad?
Yes, chef.
Oh my god! Plain salad!
Chef Matthews goes at me hard all the time, and the only reason I can come up with is that he sees that potential to be the champ of this thing, and that's why he constantly pushes me.
What does plain salad mean here in America? Hey, plain fucking salad. First of all, I can't use it. What's that? How those pieces? We're working on it.
The pizza. No, because over in the reservation.
Hey,
Pizza's unbreakable. Pizza has the pizza station under control, and the link are ready to deliver their first ticket. Well, almost ready.
What's up? I mean, let's go. Speed up, what's up? There's a color on that. There's a big color. There's a color on that. They're white. They're even. Get some color on that. Going. Slow us down. That's how the color is colored.
With joy, showing Rochelle how to handle a scallop.
Service, please.
The women down that quickly. Counter and cabin. Meanwhile, back in the blue kitchen.
Damn, dude. Come on. I still gotta get this other one on.
Fall behind, guys.
I know. Yeah.
Chris is still fumbling on the pizza station.
Bottom first. Lucy.
And Chef Ramsay is turning up the heat on everyone.
Get up, hello. Down for walking. Where's the fucking order? No more order stuff coming. Come on, Richard, please. 1 second, Chef. Come on, guys. Work together. You're dragging it. That oil, dude, that shit melted, dude. The corner of my eye, I see the bottle. The second I went to pick it up, the bottom just fell right out. And the oil went right off the flat top. Put it out now. That thing is way too freaking hot. Come on, Antoine. Be careful. Guys, watch it. Hot. Guys, put the salt on it. Salt on it. What is that?
I got it.
Out of the way. I swear to God. Unbelievable. Mother of flames instantly.
With dinner service almost literally going up in flames for the men, Chef Ramsay heads to the red kitchen. Where it's all hands on deck at the pizza station.
You help me roll one? Yeah. Cool. Our side is like one person is getting out the dough, one topping it, and we'll do it now and the other. Now let's do this one.
It's like raw.
Yeah, no, not rolling it out.
Ladies, come here. All of you.
Yes, chef.
The dough is raw.
Yes, chef.
Why? Because it's too thick.
Okay, not my station number one. Number two, I roll out the dough 3/4 away. It's up to you to finish it.
The dough is fucking raw.
Yes, chef.
Come on there.
Right, chef. I'm trusting my team to help me get the perfect dough out so I can put it in the oven and cook it correctly.
Live original.
What's the problem, Ashley? The garlic is burnt. She needs to start over.
Really? You didn't tell Chef Christina? What? Don't fuck, asshole. Did you really just move along? Move along. We'll do his own up first. And mine, Chef. Give me that.
Oh, man. Hey, you two, come here. Come on, speed up, Jackie. That mix now. Let's take the two of us into 1.5 portions.
Chef, we got it.
Chef.
I don't want Jackie to ruin this for all of us again.
Not tonight, guys, huh? Not tonight.
While there is unhappiness in the red kitchen due to Jackie's subpar risotto, in the dining room,
Doesn't she look lovely? They're so couch focused.
the unknowing guests are still enjoying the reception.
It's amazing. And I can't wait to make sure you look at
Oh, jeez.
blue kick.
Blue, here we go. 6 up. 2 substitute balls this time.
Yes, sir. We need to stay ahead on this first push, yeah? 2 scallops, 2 prawns, 2 risottos. Go. What do you need?
I need 4. I need 4.
Chef Andy, it's been a crucial part of your Hell's Kitchen family for the past 6 years, so the pressure's on.
Where's the scallops? Where's the risotto?
First 2 risotto, 2 out.
2 out, eh? Hey, fuckwit. How many times have I showed you? Out of 1 goal. Ah, yeah. Risotto, where are they?
Third, second out. Wait, everything else.
Down there. Walking.
Oh, man. Frankie, come here. That's it. Just touch that. They don't like the son of the cookie fucking insane. Oh, do that for me.
Yes. Alright, roll up the bounce back. I'm definitely disappointed myself. Let's go. You know, we have to bounce back. We gotta keep going. This police says this boat right here, right? 1 minute down? Yeah, 1 minute. Hurry. Walk your couch, please.
Joey Joey for their mistakes. Both the blue team and the red team. So we are now the team emphasizes for the anyway.
This is excellent. Really good.
Oh, it's going to come attack. There is something to fall to stop.
Right now, the pressure is on game. We're on the fish station.
Let's call it 2 minutes then. 2 minutes in the collar. So you ready now?
Benny,
Let's go.
I think these are not big match.
No, I'm not going to I went through all of them. I don't want to see it or nothing, sir.
There's a lot of things on both sides. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not a rotation, dude. It's totally further fucking low.
Got it. Let's use the last $1,000 on mustard turns. Oh. Hey, Richard, come here. The stuff will come like 6 foot long. We're late, we're slow, and look what I've got to serve.
Those are violating that scout. Just call 911 on her.
Hey, Danny, look at me, seriously. Seriously, I'm done. There's a weak one in a non-stick pan. Does anyone know why? Let's go. Ready? 8.5 for the window. Get out driving, let's go.
Janelle and John are up first, and Chef Ramsay expects them to start the night off high by being in perfect sync on the first floor. Butter toast spot on.
Fire the window, Janelle. Janelle, come on, please. Janelle, I need to hear you. It's your fault. Look at me. You even direction anything.
I've got about 1 more minute on this trip. I'm frazzled, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit.
Hold on, Mr. Windows, Janelle. Let's go.
I'm going to quit.
Everything to go.
I just want to be able to do the Chef Ramsay like a leader first, like a leader first.
We're looking, we're floating out, man.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, we'll get it. I'll find out.
I know we not be notified of that, but Asian is cool. Something on there, so.
Thank you. Just like this.
Jersey, go.
Hello, please. Come on, let's go. We'll come back to that. We can play you guys. Let's go. Get a system going. No, don't want anything yet. Let's stand up, please. Let's go. Just one good job. Let's go, please. Come on. Go, please. Let me hold the plate, please.
Most kitchens successfully deliver the cars. And then it's up to Ray and Negra to get out the second quarter.
Let's be working. We're green. I'll got that. Got it next time. Negra, don't finish the window.
Yes, sir.
I need more water. Going to just put it.
Don't go to get hot. Okay. Seriously, you just pour cool water into a pot of pasta. It's a pasta working in the water. It needs to be at a rolling boil. This is definitely the most difficult mistake that I've seen in my entire fishing career. So freaking.
While the red team watches Negra's pot, waiting for Deborah, the blue team watches Ray, who's also waiting for some direction.
Right, like what? We got 3 guys and a couple of staff.
coming.
Next one, come on, do it.
Jacob, this is not a hard concept. We're not a builder, we're not.
Is that ball supporting yet?
Yes, sir. Look over this.
Warrior.
Look at it finish, sir.
Thank you. Warrior's so important. Right now, let's go. Can someone get oil now or something?
Sometimes you can't make yourself out of more popular. Pretty pathetic.
Before it's guaranteed. Less than 30 seconds.
How hard is it to fuck up the move? Everything you have to.
The Canucks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Now on to Hughes. Puck scooped on the fly. Here he is. Stopped by the boards. They're getting a little piece of that one. My goodness. And they're skating out of the zone. Quick shot. That's and we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one.
Today, I'm going to try to beat a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Scarlet with only new Chaldean region Pokemon. And what can I say? Gen 9 is here, and I'm ridiculously excited to play through these games. Not having played them before, I expect that this will be quite a challenge, but operating with only Gen 9 Pokemon should be a ton of fun. Normally we go over our possible encounters here for our single type runs, but since all new Pokemon are available and I don't want to spoil them for myself, let's just get right into it. Can we beat Pokemon Scarlet with only the first new Pokemon we find in each route or area, no items in battle, level caps in place to match the new leader's Pokemon, and no preemptive switching, aka a self-imposed set mode on at all times? Alright, we're off on our adventure through the brand new Paldea region. Already at the outset, we're seeing a lot of new Pokemon in the intro screen, and oh man, it was at this point that I kind of realized I won't know how to use these Pokemon nor how to battle against them because I remain spoiler-free until this playthrough, but hey, we're going to give this a shot. In our home, oh my word. Oh, okay, sorry guys. Anyway, some weird dude that breaks into our house and, well, you know what, honestly, you can take whatever you want, man. This is a man after my own heart, as I am the biggest advocate of Premier Balls ever. This is so cool! I see they still haven't changed the standard Game Freak. Here's this invisible item animation. Never change. We then get to run around with this region's starters, I guess to kind of get a sense as to which one we like. Pretty cool. I hosted a poll on my community tab asking what we should do in terms of starters, and over 40,000 of you voted. Now, Flashwood just kind of ignored me when I tried to talk to it. Brigatito was very cordial and said hello, and Coco, well, he punched me in the damn face. I think I know who we're picking. That's right, I'm going with the Fire Starter. I'm notorious for never picking these. In fact, none of the Fire Starters in Pokemon are my favorite of any generation, so I'm going to take a gamble here. I nicknamed him Jack, and Jack, old buddy, we're going to cause a hell of a lot of trouble in the region, aren't we? Down by the beach, we meet who I assume is our rival, Nimona, and Google Docs won't stop auto-correcting her name to Pneumonia, by the way. And fortunately enough, she picks the starter that's weak to yours, and we already have Ember, so we get it through this battle quite easily. Wait a minute, holder of nature, Mr. Jack? There is only one Mr. Jack that I recognize. Up ahead in the first area, we have a kind of boasting special attack and minus speed nature. Not knowing what these Pokemon are good at, I'm not sure if these are good, but minus speed is almost never a good thing. Now, while I was standing there checking the natures, evidently we developed a fan club. Hello there. Oh God, run. While escaping from the mob, we fell off a cliff and died. It was a good run, I guess. Oh wait, our mobile phone saved us. The opposite of what it did to humanity. Anyway, turns out there's a legendary Pokemon just chilling on the beach, and feeding him a sandwich is all that he needs to be revived. Okay. Okay, buddy, I know we just became friends and all, but, where are you taking me? Well, it turns out he was taking me to a level 40 Houndoom right at the start of the game. Okay, impossible Nuzlocke. Let's all go home. After Koraidon saves us, we've been introduced to this 40-year-old middle school student who won't stop yelling at Koraidon for existing or something. With that out of the way, we arrive in the next area, and I spotted something in the tree. That's right, it's a new encounter, and I smack it in the head with a Pokeball. It ends up being a bug type named Tarantula with a test ending named Charlotte. Charlotte has a naughty plus attack and minus special defense nature, which I think should be good. Whoa, wait a minute. Bro, that thing be a piece of cake as we send out our starters again. She went for tail whip to lower our defense, and then Ember does over half immediately. She then goes for fight and gets the flinch. Oh, another one hits us, and she gets a critical hit in just 8 HP before we can keep that damn thing down. Then, in comes Tommy, a Pokemon I knew had been officially revealed in a trailer. Not looking too threatening though, as I switch into Charlotte. But then, out of nowhere, she activates the new Terrestrialize mechanic, which I think gives her like double sync-type attack bonus or stab, goes for Thunder Shock, and slams us down to just 2 HP. What the Long story short, this thing outspeeds and devastates Charlotte immediately. Then proceeds to hit Conga with just 1 HP and paralyzes it before our tackle hardly does anything. Then she smashes both Conga and Jax with a KOs on both, instantly ending our run. I was actually stunned at this. What just happened? As for Nuzlocke rules, with all of our Pokemon dead, I had to restart the game from the start again. This time picking up a play Toto named Pepper with cross defense and minus special defense. And then the top named Abnon, who had a plus special defense and minus attack feature. Assuming minus attack isn't too good. But this time, I did a funny strategy in the next area by looking down at the ground. So technically the first encounter I saw ended up being Aldean Uber. I catch it at the ability and attack. This time we was much better luck with this one as the Vito moving down into the hills and then it comes home. Here, I think the ability is a good feel electric to the rationalizing is always a solid strategy. And we see the level. As it turns out, he only has Thunder Shock to do with anything she can throw at us, progressively taking her down with mud shots for the victory. Whew. Well, that's one way to go about that. That win allows us access to the main city of Paldea, Messagoza, quite a beautiful place if I'm honest. While exploring, I found this Delibird shop, and it turns out we already have access to some great items like Titan Sting ones, although they are quite expensive. Getting into a fight with some Team Star members, Nimona comes running and says, "You don't have to go find randos to battle. You have all the battles you'll ever need with me." Alright, I'm getting a particular kind of vibe here. Long story short, this is where we get to terrestrialize and Pepper with the charcoal item attached using Terrastall Ember, just a monster. To add an extra challenge, I don't think I'm going to use this for the gym battles. Up ahead, we get to go to school, exactly what we want in a video game, and we're introduced to an oddly conspicuous character. I'm sure she's no one of importance. Nimona then marks all the gym locations on our map, a really cool feature actually, and hey, where'd you get that phone case? I want one. We then get all of the Titan locations from Arvin too. I'm sure we'll find out what that's all about later. Now we start talking to the principal, and he says that he has something for us, but oh my goodness, that is something indeed. Nothing like terrorizing a city while riding a giant legendary Pokemon, am I right? Go crazy! Go stupid! In the next area, kind of a wasteland, we actually find our next encounter as there was this little dog thing staring at me. It turns out to be a Mastiff, which I catch and nickname Beethoven, and who ends up being a dark type with a brave, plus attack, and minus speed nature, probably half good and half bad. Shortly after, we then arrive at the next city called Cortondo, quite a quaint looking place, and as it happens, it's also the location of the first gym. The gym challenge involves rolling an olive. Yep, I wish I was lying, although I must admit I did have a bit of fun here. As you can imagine, the gym trainers were quite a pushover, all having bug types, and during the process, Pepper gets a power-up in the form of the Incinerate move. Nice. The first gym leader is Katie, the bug expert, and I was feeling pretty good heading into this. She leads with what's called a nimble, and I send out Pepper. I go for Incinerate, and she does have speed with double kick first, but it doesn't do much as we incinerate her for the immediate KO. She ends up having her own Tarantula, rest in peace Charlotte, and we have a speed to take it out immediately as well. Man, I'm feeling pretty good. Here comes her final Pokemon though. Hey, Ursa of all things. Alright, I think I know what's going down here. As young, she terrestrializes it into a bug type. Craziness. She outspeeds with Fury Swipes, and it actually does a good amount of damage to us. I guess she keeps the normal stat too, as we get brought below half by 3 hits. Ouch. Then the Incinerate doesn't even do enough with the charcoal attached. Uh-oh. Now, I've spent a lot of time debating here, but ultimately our best choice is to switch. But she does have Fury Cutter 2, which increases in power every turn it's used. I have no choice though, so I send it Willy, and she does go for it. Oh no, as it does 12 HP damage. She hits us again, and we survive on 13 HP, but our poison point ability activates and poisons her. Unreal. As we then hit a poison tail and get a crit, but she barely survives, but then the poison takes her down. Absolutely unbelievable. That was a miraculously close battle, but we pulled through for our first badge in Paldea. For winning, we get a sick reward too, as Pepper evolves into a Crocolore. That is quite the Pokemon, with the sombrero and all. Although I later found out this is actually a nest with an egg for, well, we'll find out later. Not gonna lie, I kinda see this thing growing on me. Heading east of Mesagoza, we encounter a rocky area, and I spotted a new Pokemon, this time a Knackley. Interesting. I catch it and nickname her Peach, and Peach has a hasty plus speed and minus defense nature, along with the purifying salt ability, which prevents any status conditions and reduces damage taken by ghost attacks. Really cool, actually. In a separate area next to it, I also find our own Nimble, the bug type that Kitty had, who I nicknamed Natasha, and who gets plus special attack and minus special defense. I'll take it. With that, we arrive at the next town called Artisan. And I think there is some sort of weird time dilation going on here. At least they have good taste in Pokemon around these parts, though. I explored a bit north of the city for a bit, and while here, I found a new Pokemon named Squawkabilly, a normal and flying type with a plus speed and minus special defense nature, who I call Bert, and who has Hustle, which increases attack at the cost of accuracy. However, with Stab Aerial Ace that can't miss, this should be a great combo. The next gym is grass too, but it turns out we caught Bert at level 18 past the current level cap. Damn. Regardless, I go get a great haul of items at the Delibird shop now that we have enough money, after which it's time for the next gym leader. The second leader is named Brassius, a grass-type expert, and surely we'll be okay this time, right? As Pepper has a second gym in a row that he's got an advantage against, and he recently evolved too. Brassius leads with a Petalil, and Pepper completely wipes it off the map with Incinerate. Funnily enough, the same goes for his next Pokemon too, a Smollet. Roasted olives, anyone? Then in comes his final Pokemon, his ace, Sudowoodo. Normally a rock type, it's too funny that they terrestrialized this rock tree into a grass type. Finally, his wishes come true. We do have to be careful though, as rock is super effective against us. Incinerate does about 2/3 damage, then he goes for Trail Blade. It looks to be a grass move, and I was like, why would he do that? But then it raises his speed. Oh, I see now. We have no choice though, as Peppy can take 2 attacks upon switch-in, so we get outspent with Rock Throw, but Pepper tanks it on 20 HP and lands a second attack for the win and her second batch. Alright, a bit scarier than you'd expect with a fire starter, but no deaths at least. Oh, we also get a visit from an apparent Elite 4 member named Hassel too? Huh. Our journey then brings us to this open field, and I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is that? Unfortunately, this was the same place that we caught Bert, but I still have no idea what that tentacle thing is. They're literally walking on the ground. Oh, hey Ember, how's it going? A couple trainers later, and Abnott ends up evolving, becoming Oinkolo. Oh boy, yep, just a straight up meme. Exploring one of the beaches, my wish finally came true apparently, as I found a dolphin Pokemon. I've been wanting one of these for years. It turns out to be a citizen, which I nicknamed Winter, who has a plus defense and minus speed nature. Probably not great, so I'll box it for now. Right before the next city, we get yet another team upgrade though, as Willy ends up evolving, and no way, it evolves into an entirely different Pokemon named Quadsire. I'm so happy to Wooperlush is getting some love here. It's awesome. We then arrive in Provincia, another major city of the region, which is quite beautiful, having the mountains on one side and the beaches on the other. Now here, Nimona ended up challenging us to battle, and I was not ready at all. Thankfully, she leads with a rock though, as I send out our newly evolved Willy first. She hits us with Bite, and instantly gets poisoned from it, but then we miss our Mudshot. She then goes for Howl next though, so Mudshot does huge damage, and then she just double teamed repeatedly, and we couldn't hit her, but our poison did the job anyway. Too good. It comes Poppy next, and we do have super effectiveness against this thing, but apparently it does too, as it uses Dig and brings us below half immediately, before we then hit a Mudshot for 2/3. I know what I have to do here, so I go for Yawn, and she just used Charge, so we hit it. And as I suspected, she could only hit us with Dig, so she had to go for it and get put to sleep while she was underground. activate the grass attack as I switched in Pepper, who resisted, but she went for home claws actually, then just hit us with Bite on the next turn before we brought her low with Incinerate, then her magical leap brought us below half before we ended the battle with the final blow. I think we managed that pretty well overall. Oh gosh, no, I never wanted to see her again. Also, at first I didn't realize this was just an overlay. I thought she was actually like 2'7" here. While training for the next gym, we have another evolution as Peach evolves into a Knackle Stack. Looks interesting, but again, I think this might grow on me. Now, while training, I was like, wait a minute, that bird looks to be a bit of a different color from the others, and it was a shiny Wattrel. No way! I couldn't believe it this early into the game, as it ends up being part flying and part electric. Pretty cool. Shiny Claws also gets activated here, meaning we can catch this thing as an encounter. Unbelievable, as naturally I named her Goldeneye, who has a relaxed plus defense and minus speed nature. Probably not fantastic, but hey, it's a shiny. A bit more training and another power-up is in store as Natasha evolves into what's called a Logix, and I kinda actually like this thing as it ends up getting the Dark type too. Cruising around in Levin's... Oh, well, hello there. Didn't you see him? Speaking of which, let's hit up the gym ourselves. The third gym leader is Iono, I think that's how you say it, the electric type trainer, and is she getting live stream donations in the middle of our challenge? She leads with a Wattrel, and I send out Peach to start. She hits a spark for not much damage, then I get the rock polish off to raise her key. Now I can hit it hard with Smackdown, but she survives in the red, then hits another before we can turn the paper for the knock-in. It comes Belly Bolt next. This thing does have water gun, so I have to switch. I go into Abnock and tanks it quite well, then we can outspeed and go for Dig as she misses her next attack. Dig hits, but it does surprisingly little, and her ability charges up her attack, and she gets a crit on top of that, but Abnock survives on 26 HP. Sheesh. Here I can switch in Willy though, who's immune to her spark, but then on the next turn she gets a super effective water gun. From there though, she kind of kept alternating between water gun and spark for some reason, so I get up in Amnesia to raise her special defense a couple of times, and we end up with good health remaining as we take her down with the third Mud Shot. Here comes her Luxio now, and the best thing to do is Bite as we trade attacks with it with Mud Shot. But knowing what's upcoming, I decide to go for Yawn with her in the red. We get hit low, then I decide to stay in and wait for her to go to sleep with Amnesia, and she hits us to just 10 HP before she sleeps. Blow Squat. Here I switch into Beethoven now and load up on Home Claws to raise her attack while she's asleep. I get 2 off before then taking her down with Bite, at which point her final Pokemon then comes in, Miss Magnus. As expected, she terastallizes into an electric type, then hits a Confuse Ray. That's not good. Regardless, we make it through and land a fight, but it only does 2/3. It's a big risk here, but I have no other choice right now, so I stay in, and she goes for Terrastall Charge Beam, but we tank it reasonably well, but she does get the special attack raise. We need to make it through confusion here, and we do for the victory. Wow, that was getting increasingly threatening. Traveling onward, I was wandering around and I was like, wait a minute, is that a Pokemon? And it was indeed the Tumbleweed Pokemon, Bramblin. I kinda love this thing as I catch him and nickname him Tumble, and he has a 90 plus speed and minus special defense nature, with a pretty cool ability too. Happening upon a desert area ahead, I was wondering what all these ground formations were, and well, I found out pretty quickly. A giant metal snake of some sort, which turns out to be the Steel type. I made the mistake of leading with Clodsire against it, terastallizing our ground type, putting the entire earth on our head and everything, and went for a ground move, but apparently it can't get hit by those. Interesting. That was a little bit anticlimactic. Putting him to sleep with Yawn was then key though, as we switched out with less than a quarter health remaining, that Pepper could handle it in a couple Incinerates. We then had to double battle against it with Arvid after it powered up, and this time actually knowing how to deal with it, I led with Pepper, whose Terrastall Incinerate pulled us through quite cleanly. Alright, those might be a bit too risky to try out on our gym challenge. Quite cool though. After that ordeal, and looking ahead, I decided to temporarily replace Pepper for our newly caught Tumble, and also Abnock for Goldeneye for now. I tried to recolor and make a shiny sprite for Wattrel, by the way. It's terrible, I know. Now, this was a wild new encounter. This bell pepper dude with 2 heads, who I found out is named Scoville, and who has the long-awaited grass and fire type. too damn cool. I named him Gemini, and he has a plus defense and minus attack nature. Might not be bad. You know, sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. Alright, it's time. While adventuring south, I encountered a primate. Now, normally you wouldn't think this would count as a new encounter, but I'm gonna catch it. As before this, I had heard some rumors about this thing. I named her Amanda, and she unfortunately has a calm, plus special defense and minus attack nature, but if what I've heard is true, it will be worth it regardless. We then have a couple great team upgrades as our shiny Goldeneye evolves into a Kilowattrel. What a cool name, I must say. And also Beethoven finally evolves too into a beastly looking Mabostiff. Mabostiff. Gotta say, he looks pretty clean. Before getting to the next city, I make sure to teach Goldeneye both the Volt Switch and the Tailwind TMs that we got, as I'm beginning to formulate a strategy for the next year. I also did research as to how the heck I could evolve Tumble, and, well, it's fantastic. You have to walk 1,000 steps with him in Let's Go mode. Get it? He's a tumbleweed. As he goes up bigger and bigger with more material, genius. Eventually it works as he evolves into a Brambleghast, a grass and ghost type. Definitely a favorite of mine. This thing is too funny. Tumbleweeding our way to our next destination, we arrive in Casco Rapids City, where I think we would live in this region, to be honest, and the location of the fourth gym. The Asado Desert is right beside the city, though, so I go to check it out, and we run into a new encounter named Valor. It's some weird beetle-looking thing, and if I'm honest, I'm not quite feeling it, so I name him Dim and throw him into the box. Okay then. Now that thing is a cool Pokemon. Really terrifying at the same time, though. Okay, I continued on. The next part involved retrieving a gym leader's wallet for him, so not much to cover there. Although Beethoven did go absolutely nuts now that he's evolved, taking down the gym trainers quite handily, especially with double power payback. Fast forward, and we arrive at the Casco Rapids Gym, where we have the water gym leader Tofu to take on, and I think I come up with a wicked strategy for him. He leads with a Veluza, and I begin with Goldeneye. Gotta love that shot. I go for Tailwind right away to raise our team's speed, and then he hits a block for hardly any damage. I can then use Volt Switch for super effective damage to bring him to the red, and have him pivot into Tumble, who has the Miracle Seed attached. Now here's the key. With the Tailwind going, this activates his ability called Wind Rider, increasing his attack. Then I can hit the Trailblaze move I taught via TM, which takes up Veluza and raises our speed too. This way, even after the Tailwind goes down, we have a plus attack and plus speed Brambleghast, and he is invincible from there, taking down his Warp Trio in a single hit, counterbalancing its...
one in there. You gotta keep your word. Get tired.
decided to replace low kicks with primate for now, as we have the Medali City Gym coming up now. It's a normal type gym, and the gym challenge involves challenging a few people throughout the city, and the first one has an Ursa ring, and oh god, kid, get out of there! Between those two Pokemon battling is the last place you want to be. Turns out Amanda has some serious power, even for the minus attack nature, nearly taking it down in one hit with Cross Chop, before then finishing it with a seismic toss. Spreading out some more gyms inside the city, Primal eventually learns a complete move with Rage Fist. Why is this key, you ask? Well, what we have to do is use it 20 more times in a row without healing in the Pokemon Center. So because it's a ghost move, a low-level part normal type like Igglybuff works perfectly. If you use the attack 20 times and then level up, that's right, Primate can now evolve in this game into Annihilate, one of the sickest looking Pokemon out there, and a fighting and ghost type too. I've loved Primate for so long, so this is so damn cool and so well deserved. It also has the inner focus ability, which also stops Intimidate now, so this might be key shortly. Oh, I also found the leftovers item randomly while exploring the Medali. Exploring is definitely worth it in this game. With that said, it's time for the 5th gym leader, Larry, the normal type specialist, and it's kind of funny. They made him a normal, average working dude. Checks out. He leads with the Kamala, and I send out our newly evolved Amanda. With the muscle band attached, I go for Cross Chop, and we one-hit KO it immediately. Cross Chop does have great power, but only 80% accuracy, so we've got to be careful. Then, it comes done. Wait a minute. Did done sparks paralyze us? Not good. Here I go for assurance to assure accuracy, but he outspeeds and hits a Hyper Drill first, and gets a crit before we make it through paralysis to KO. Here comes his final Pokemon, his Ace Staraptor, with the Intimidate ability, but our inner focus prevents it from lowering our attack. Incredible. He then terastallizes into normal type and goes for Aerial Ace, and we survive on just 10 HP, go for the super effective Cross Chop, but we stay paralyzed. No way. I'm forced to switch, so here I go into Peach to tank the next one quite easily. From there, we get hit with Facade, but Peach tanks it on over half, and then I get up the Iron Defense. With our defense now raised, we tank the next attack easily, and then go for Rock Polish. With our speed now raised, on the next turn, I can use Recover to gain back serious health before he hits us. From there, it was an insane grind, but with raised defense and speed, we can continually Rock Slide this thing, then heal with Recover whenever needed, as we resist all of his moves. It was a long one, but eventually the Legend Peach pulls through, taking down his ace and winning us our 5th gym badge. Wild. Right outside the gym, without any warning nor time to prepare, an opponent then challenges us to battle with Gita watching intently. So much pressure. She sends out her newly evolved Lycanroc first, but fortunately we had Amanda out in front, so after getting hit by Light, we could let a Cross Chop for the instant one-hit KO. In comes Goomy next, and Cross Chop also slams it for the KO as well. Amanda, you beast. For now, evolved Pamo comes out, but we still have speed and one-hit KO. This is unreal. However, in comes our final Pokemon, her now fully evolved Yaskarada. Now, I'm assuming this thing is part Dark type, so I think this should go well as she terastallizes. She then goes for what's called Flower Trick, and it crits us and slams us to just 14 HP. And then we miss Cross Chop. Oh no, not good at all. Terrible luck. But I'm like, alright, we have a couple Pokemon that resist grass, so I send out Goldeneye as she goes for it again, and it crits again, but we survive on over half. I have no choice, so I stay in hoping she does less than half again, thinking surely she won't get a crit again. But not only does she get one again, but it also does a higher range this time, and lends us our first death of the run and our shiny at that. Ouch. It was at this point that I realized Flower Trick crits every time, doesn't it? I send out Willy, and we get smashed to a quarter, then land a stab super effective poison jab, but it doesn't do enough, but it does get the poison. I have to switch, so here I send in Tumble, who resists grass, but it still does over half. This is complete insanity. At this point, after a lot of deliberating, I realize I have no choice, as nothing would survive 2 in a row on switch-in, so I have to let Tumble go. That hurts a lot. And on top of that, this thing has 123 speed, it turns out, so I have to let one more thing go, and I send out Willy as he gets